Shout out to everybody, thank you for tuning in to the Packet Ganja Show. Now let's begin. Candy dabs all around from the left to the right. Super Audio is the network, spark up the live.
Both an audio and eyesight, Packing Ganja Show take flight. So fire up the episode, that be so tight. Just finished hump day, use the blunt energy. Pack a bow in the ball, take a dab, we get halfway.
Go!
Oh,
It's the Packet Ganja Show, let's go!
Oh, it's the Packet Ganja Show, let's go. Oh, it's the Packet Ganja Show, let's go. Oh,
It's the Packet Ganja Show!
let's go.
What's good, y'all? It's that time again.
You're right, I got the wrong one on.
Which one?
Here you go, go ahead.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Packy was left out.
I know. Dre knew what he was doing. He
Yeah.
does it all the time. He's always fucking with me.
I did it on purpose.
He's always trying to play footsie with me, even though
No,
I
that's
like it,
not
but you know, whatever.
What do you mean? We're facing the same direction. What are you talking about?
I'm only gone for a little while, but it's cool because things never change up here in the studio.
Never.
But like I
Never.
said, I'm your boy Paragon, aka Paraganja.
Wait.
Back in the building,
What time is it?
7 p.m.
And what time is that for?
The Packing Ganja Show.
Hey, Paragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paragon, you want to know what's the best thing about having you back out here?
what's that?
We don't have to deal with this fucked up technical communication shit over there at your house.
Oh, I know, huh?
He still sounds like he's talking through his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't hear shit. So this whole time it wasn't your phone, it was just you in particular.
Tilt the phone up. Tilt the mic up. You gotta
No,
talk-
it turned out maybe
No,
they still
tilt it
the
up.
internet connection.
Hey, there you go. You
There
gotta
we
talk to
go.
the front of it.
Oh, okay, here we go. There we go.
Tilt it. No, help.
There you go.
You gotta adjust the Paragon again.
You
You gotta reconfigure Paragon.
Paragon gave the mic COVID.
Well, like you said, I'm back in the building again.
Finally, bro.
I know
Damn.
after like what? Like
There he goes again.
Seriously, even since before when we were all Skyping in, when we were all Skyping in and shit, you have the worst luck when it comes to technology, bro.
that's why I
Fuck,
hate
I
technology.
swear.
Yeah, for reals.
Yo, I did something kind of funky. My bad.
There you
Well,
go.
what was that? What was that voice?
Yo.
I think we've been hacked. Oh shit.
Nah, we got my homegirl Shawty's in the building.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing tonight?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on your show. It's been a
okay.
minute.
Thanks for coming through.
Paraganja.
Yes. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to interview you on our piece of shit show that nobody really cares about.
Packy, why you always gotta get down in yourself?
Yeah.
It's a habit, sorry.
Made it weird.
Packy just loves, I mean, if he's not ragging on the rest of them, he has to rag on himself. But it's all good. Nah, but we go way back. Like, I've known you shit like, damn, like, probably at least 15 years already now, I think. You know,
Seriously, it's
back
been
in the
so
day,
long.
from activism to seeing you do your thing at, like, you know, open mics with spoken word and everything. So it is dope to see how I still see you also doing all new things. You know what I mean? You be working, doing your thing with the Selena Netflix. I actually read up a dope article you had just shared with me recently about women in hip hop. One thing I've seen is you always keep it moving. You know what I mean? And last week our last guest actually mentioned you because we had Star on here from Divine Feline. I remember you being a big part of that.
Yeah. Those were part of like the all women shows that were being organized. Star was definitely like the spearhead in that, and I used to help book a lot of the talent because I myself was a spoken word artist, so I had a lot of connections with a lot of the other women in the circuit. I helped book the lineup, and then myself was also kind of hosting and dropping some spoken word in between acts. because a lot of the other women were like just super, you know, hip hop with like their CDs and, you know, doing the whole thing. And I was kind of more of like spoken word performer. I still didn't have like my CD I was trying to like slang or anything, you know. So I was like, I'll just be the host and I'll just kind of like, you know, spit a little bit like in between acts and just kind of keep the crowd entertained. And then, you know, but also kind of behind the scenes, I was kind of more of helping book a lot of the female artists and give them the limelight that I felt that a lot of the times they were being overlooked for other shows or by DJs or by interviews and radio stations, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember that was like a really dope time, especially because before it felt like the scene, like we were even talking about last week, how whenever there was like a female, you know, doing her thing, especially in the hip hop scene, and there was another female in the scene, everybody was like trying to turn them against each other. Oh, they need to battle each other. They need to, you know, they need to go heads up. And then Divine Feline was the time where y'all really came together, and I think it brought a lot different, a good change in the LA underground scene. After that, I felt there was more even women at shows after that, like, you know what I mean? And you start seeing more female acts and coming out and getting on the mic more often, I would think.
Yeah, and you know, also before that, you know, I actually originally met Star when this other organizer, Timoy One, she was a graffiti artist. She started like really kicking off the scene by throwing shows called Within. And you know, she was a really dope graffiti artist that was doing a lot of like dolls, you know, back in the day. And so, you know, actually that's how I met Star, was through one of those shows. And Timoy's platform was actually the one where she asked me to do spoken word, and it was the first time I actually did some spoken word. And I remember I went up there, it was like a small store like on Melrose, and I went up there like with my book, like, oh my gosh, okay, like I memorized it, but I'm gonna do this like spoken word performance. And I was all with my, you know, camouflage, you know, baggy pants and like a little top, like with like my beret, and just like spitting super militant, you know, poetry.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just really felt that there was a lot of things that needed to be said, especially, you know, growing up in the 90s, listening to a lot of the hip hop, you know, and then a lot of the hip hop legends that, you know, obviously we still love, but let's face it, it was very misogynistic music, you know, so, and I kind of felt that that impacted me personally in my personal life too, because of like the youngins that were being influenced. So I kind of felt that, you know, once I was kind of a little bit more into like my mid to late 20s and I was feeling more empowered and had found my voice and had found the strength to actually stand up and say what was on my mind, it was helpful to have those platforms such as Within and Divine Feline to be able to express myself. And I think there was a lot of other women from communities of color that really needed that space to practice voicing themselves without the pressure of being in a hip hop male-dominated battle scene, right? Yeah. Because we're coming from another place of like just trying to practice expressing ourselves, you know, much less, you know, like bump heads or, you know, battle with like other women. Like that's just not where our minds were at. We were just trying to like collab and like network.
Yeah, and like I said, I felt like it definitely brought a really dope new light to the scene after that. I think, you know, different ideas and ideologies on both sides started to change a lot. And I think it was just that era, like I said, from I think it was the first one, I think was the one with Timoy, was that Fertile Grounds, I think it was? Or was that somebody else? I forgot.
Maybe that was something else. No, Timoy's shows was called Within.
Within? Okay, there we go. Within. That's right.
Yeah, and then Divine Feline. So those were the ones that I was a part of. And I think after that, a lot of stuff started flourishing. And I think like from that, you know, we came into contact with like artists who kind of like blew up now, like Syra One. Like, I don't know, kind of like, you know, doing pop and stuff like that now. Not that we booked her, but I remember because of that, there was also like a mixtape that that was put out by, you know, Joker and Crazy Race at the time. It was called Queens of the Mic.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Queens of the Mic, and you know they had me on there, and at the time, you know, for example, you had like Snow the Product that was, you know, put on there at the time when she was still kind of just dropping crazy verses and kind of getting a little bit, you know, of recognition, and now she's like super huge with like millions of followers. You know, she's been holding it down on the scene for years. So I mean, it's been a long progression, and obviously a lot of women who really focus on making them their career track. You kind of see them right now. For example, like Snow the Product. You know, because that was all like the same scene. Not that like I met her directly, but I remember being put on that same compilation with her when everyone was just like super like underground, you know, and just trying to come together.
I remember that because it was you, it was Snow the Product. I know Earthstones was on that, Foxy was on that, Chill Solo on that, Gorilla Queens. It was like I remember Nejma Shea. So I remember that time.
Queen Candy Cole,
Candy Cole, yeah.
I might have even had Medusa on there. I'm not even sure. You know, she was definitely like the veteran in the scene, and she was always down to collaborate for sure.
Oh, that was dope. That was a real dope time. And even speaking of that, I know what was it? You also shared me an article you wrote recently. I got a chance to check out. It was a really good article. I thought it was kind of talking about the kind of you know, the whole thing with women and kind of like the what's the term I'm looking for when it's kind of hypocritical, you know, like when basically
double standard.
Double standard, there we go. Yeah.
Damn, Paragon.
The double standard of when
it's COVID fog.
I know,
it's that COVID fog.
I think it's that dab, that candy dab that hit me up.
Don't blame the dab, you asked for it.
Hey, I did. So you know.
Hey, and that's the fact that I didn't give you the diamond dab I wanted to give you because Dre talked me out of it.
Yeah,
no, but you
you
didn't get me out of the puff coat. He gave me out of the long.
Because I told you that's where you were gonna take it from.
He was gonna do that. Packy B.
Dirtbag.
Hey, stop arguing. We got guests in the house. What the hell?
I missed you, bro.
I know. See, that's how
they haven't seen each other so long.
And we were roommates for 2 years. So
I love the energy. I love the energy.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I still don't like you, bro.
I know, and I can't stand him. But you know, we're the only two people that could tolerate each other.
The odd couple.
The odd couple. No, but like I said, yeah, you were talking about a lot of double standards that were going on in hip hop. Where I noticed, especially right now, you have people like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. They're kind of
disgusting.
No, they're just doing. They're kind of basically. As we go, we got Packy here, but.
Hey, that's my type, so I'm good. I'll take them.
Well, I mean, their music was whatever, but them was like.
My thing is, they're kind of taking a charge and consider themselves empowering in their own way, you know, in a sense. But how we talked about how a lot of even OG hip hop heads will be and criticize, you know, these women. Oh man, you making yourself look bad. But at the end of the day, you're still dancing to "Ain't No Fun." You know, which preaches kind of the same thing, which is just more. But with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, they're just taking control of their situation that they're in.
Yeah, I mean, so my article. So for anyone who's listening right now, just to give myself a little bit more context and background. Eventually, I started freelancing as a journalist. I went to school. I got my master's degree, etc. And then afterwards, I started freelancing as a journalist. So I've been doing that for a really long time, covering a lot of, politics, culture, entertainment, covering South by Southwest, Sundance Film Festival, the DNC 2016. So most recently, I wrote a feature article for a smaller outlet collective about the double standards of WAP when Cardi B released WAP, why so many right-wing political pundits out against Cardi, saying kind of like extreme things that, she's not religious, she hasn't found God, everyone's just like astonished that she's, singing about. So, in my article, I pretty much expressed that feeling. I wouldn't say that's my favorite song from. Even myself attacked as a woman when I started seeing like all the outrage from all these right-wing pundits, going after Cardi B. I think a lot of it had to do because she had she had endorsed Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to. It was a strategic, also like smear campaign, and she kind of fed the fire with that kind of video. But it's Cardi B,
Yeah.
and and my issue is like, okay, you have rappers that have obviously come up from trapping, right? Like you have Jay-Z, who was a drug dealer. You have NWA. Who obviously in their biopic, they had fronted drug money to set up their studio. They have to flip it, and then eventually they use that money to fuel the dreams. Meanwhile, they're selling to the community, right? But we don't necessarily like judge them because they're a victim of circumstance to a certain extent, but then eventually become masters of their own destiny. So that's kind of my same philosophy with like Cardi B, right? Mm-hmm. Is that she started off, it's as opposed to selling drugs, right? She, as what a woman has the power to do, which is to self-sexualize herself, from the strip clubs and everything on, until eventually, she used that money to find herself, to fund her mixtapes, etc. So when a record like WAP comes out, like, I mean, it is crude, but like, there's worse things happening to women, right, than her talking about, her consenting to sex, which is really what it's about, her enjoying sex, right? And anything that she raps about is anything that any two consenting people would enjoy, underneath the sheets, right? And there's always this dichotomy of like women, be a freak in the sheets and a lady on the streets, but Cardi B, she's making music for the club. She's making music for the strip club. You know what I mean? And, guys like going to strip clubs. You know what I mean? So kind of like, okay, so when you have a woman that's taking control of that and is making music for that, it's going to stir a lot of controversy. Yeah. Now, is there other music that I prefer? I mean, and I have issues with that too, right? Because overall, I kind of feel that, there's been a lot of like women in hip hop, like you had Queen Latifah, for example, Michelle, no, I'm gonna say, sorry, I forgot some of the names.
Ladybug Mecca,
Mecca, Hurricane G was one of my personal favorites, right?
She was
Latin, that
crazy loud voice too.
Yeah. I mean, those are some of my personal favorites. Up at the scene because they're raw.
I like Boss a lot too. She was kind of. I don't remember Boss. She was on the gangsta scene, but she was hard with it. She was kind of like on the lines, I guess, of a Lady of Rage kind of. Yeah,
you have Lady of Rage. You have Foxy Brown, and then you have like Little Kim that was just like, oh, if guys can do it, I can do. Yeah, my pussy.
She kind of started that.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's kind of like, it's like, you kind of want like, you don't want women to disrespect themselves, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like you can't expect everyone to always just be so perfect and rise above their circumstances, I mean, mentally it takes some refining and fine-tuning and evolution. So at this point right now, like the fact that I see like an Afro-Latino woman like on the top chart, she's bringing up other women with her, she highlights like Megan Thee Stallion, she highlights, a lot of other like women in hip hop like Mulatto and, in that video, and a few of the other artists, when women are supposed to be like, oh, there's only one queen of hip hop, it's all like, no, Cardi B, kind of, she just she also brought like J Balvin to the table. She brought like Bad Bunny to the table. She helped them cross over into the scene. So for me, it's kind of like, that's why I kind of felt, passionate about writing that article, because it's so easy for everyone to attack the woman. We're doing something that's on the raunchy side, but like what men don't rap about stuff that's raunchy. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think that this generation is like extra sensitive than there was back in the 90s and in the early 2000s?
Sensitive in what way? Like, can you give an example?
Like basic, for example, like the shit that Lil Kim and all them talk about, how it was more accepted back then. You know how she said, "Oh, my pussy, this and this
I
and that."
think
Blah,
it was
blah, blah.
criticized back then. I
See,
think
like
it
more
took
people now, like they seem to be getting more at people like Cardi, like she said, like Cardi B and them than they did like Little Kim back in the day.
What she said was also
Sing the lyrics right, bro. I used to be scared of the.
What she said that made a lot
Scared
of
of
sense
the
too.
dick.
Was that Cardi B kind of also got herself into some entanglements with political people. Like she endorsed Bernie Sanders. She even had that Twitter feud with Candace Owens. So I think that also comes with the table.
See, a lot of people with sensitivity now are doing the whole cancel culture shit, dude.
Yeah, but my thing is, what I think, like what we're talking about, is I think just I'm not against any of them at all. I think it's dope. And I think it's real. It's a perspective that is out there. My thing is though I think there are other artists, and I think at the same time we should have that diversity that we had in the '90s. Like we said, we had people like Queen Latifah, Timoni Love, and Ladybug Mecca, but then we had like G people like Lady Rage, Boss, Storm,
The
Brat, and then we had the sexual rappers like Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina. Like we had that balance.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So we can't say like, oh, it's all this. Like,
well, I don't. For whatever reason, I just feel that like maybe more people are outraged at a song like WAP because for whatever reason, the fact remains is that you have stars like Cardi B and like Nicki Minaj that really went pretty global pop. We're talking about pop. I mean, they're more on the pop side than just like straight hip hop. I think Megan Thee Stallion is a really great lyricist, actually. But when you're talking about like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, I mean, they really took it to a super pop level. They look animated, they like their videos look like Michael Jackson videos. You know what I mean? So I don't think that like the investment, maybe the financial backing and the investment was there for some of these like earlier rappers per se, from the label. But now they're seeing that like, hey, controversy sells, sex sells, and then they're going to get the backing, the financial investment to market themselves and to get booked for these world tours and to get booked, to be at the, like now everyone's all enraged because, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B were freaking each other at the, Grammys, happened a couple days ago. So, but the fact remains is that they have the financial backing right now because they're pushing numbers. Unlike, I mean, I don't necessarily have the figures, in terms of how these women, the women of like the 80s and 90s era that we're talking about. Yeah. But I think there's more of an investment in these
and that's where I'm talking about because there are a lot of artists that are pushing it, that are taking other directions. Like we said, you have people like Snow the Product. You have people, that are out there really doing it. You know what I mean? On a completely different level. You have Reverie. You have Gavin and all kinds of MCs out. Rap City. So I think it would be good to give them the same platform that we give Cardi B at the same time.
But City Girls.
And show the other perspective. That's all it is. And it's not to take from anything that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are doing, because I believe that's, an honest one perception that does exist in our community. Just like gangster rap. I've always felt that way. You know what I mean? That is one, we do know gangsters and people that are on that level. So they tell stories for that group of people. That's why I said I was such a huge, especially Ice Cube and Pac fan, because they kind of try to put in that gangster and that consciousness when they could. Sometimes one overshadowed the other, but you know what I mean, at different levels. But you know what I mean. It was dope to see all these different movements going on, and I would love to see that, because I know, even just being a listener, that we still have all that still existing today.
Oh no, I agree, and I still feel like whatever's being run behind the scenes is probably still very male dominated, because a lot of these women, the ones that we're mentioning right now, you can tell they're being hypersexualized, right? Like you never had like Hurricane G or Queen Latifah like have to post every other picture like half naked all the time, right? And so that's like the standard now, that if you're gonna be pop, if you're gonna be big, like you better be all this and that and get your surgeries on and all this kind of shit, you know what I mean? When like really the craft is like lyricism. right? And writing. And that's really like, and I think Megan Thee Stallion is really, I love Cardi B personally. I think she's just like, really funny, personable, you know what I mean? She's really on it. And she's no bullshit. So I mean, no diss at all. But I'm talking about respecting the craft and the art form of like hip hop, right? That it needs to stay lyrical, right? We need to respect the lyricism behind it. That's the true art form, and with the music and obviously the visuals, accompanying it. But now everything's still very super hypersexualized, But I think that these women are doing the best that they can to own that power. But I definitely would like to see, obviously, like more. You have like Princess Nokia, for example, right?
Yeah.
Who's super dope, very experimental. She doesn't necessarily fit one genre. Like I would love to see more investment in her. And yeah, sometimes she is super sexy, and other times she's just crazy. Like she's just on some like weird artistic wavelength. But that's healthy, right? As an artist, that you need to just continue to experiment and push genres and be a vanguard in your art form, right? And not necessarily always stick to one thing. That's not healthy as an artist either. So, Princess Nokia, I think, is like a perfect example of someone that I think, or Snow the Product lyrically, that they have so much, talent and artistic vision and lyrical talent that they really do deserve the financial backing to really blow up.
Nice. Yeah. And one other thing I wanted to also get onto now is I noticed, I've been knowing for a quick minute, I've seen your post that you've been also doing your thing on the new Selena Netflix series.
Yep. So, as I mentioned before, my background's in journalism. So, I mean, I can talk shop music for hours and hours, right?
Yeah.
Obviously my background is in, I have, known me since I was a political activist, doing grassroots stuff and protests and everything. And that led me to want to become a journalist and tell the stories that I felt weren't being told. So, it's been a lot of sacrifice. It's been a huge grind. I've definitely taken a lot of setbacks because of that. But one of the big, opportunities that I got was I got tapped to do the research for Selena the series that was produced by Netflix that just recently released. So that was really big because I got to basically work with showrunners, television writers, and producers, and pretty much run the biographical investigation of Selena's life and organize all of those archives, produce like a massive production bible, and give it to TV so that they then can start their creative process of drafting scripts.
Oh no! So
yeah.
So did you do a lot of socializing with like the certain close friends and family and everything like that?
So what that entailed was, for the first 3 months, just basically looking as much stuff as I can find on the internet, and we got prepared to interview the family. So we interviewed the family for about 4 or 5 days. So we interviewed the father, we interviewed, Abraham Quintanilla, we interviewed the brother, Quintanilla, we interviewed the sister, Suzette Quintanilla, and then just for like a little bit of like just a hot minute, like the mother, so that interview that trip, we flew out to Corpus Christi, Texas, and we interviewed the family for about 4 days, and then during that time I also had to go to the local newspaper of the time and go into their archives and like scan hundreds of pages with the phone and get newspaper clippings and CDs and photos and autopsy reports and every press clips of 18 years old. Yeah, I mean, I take my craft. I honor my craft.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of the work, and then and of course I also kind of put together kind of like a picture archive vault for production design and for costume and wardrobe as well, kind of like organizing like everything that she wore year to year, but reading through lots of articles and original pictures, and then also using like the internet too. So I was working with them for a total of 7 months. Nice. 7 months, I kind of worked 3 months, and then afterwards about another 4 months with the writers, and then then afterwards they continued writing when I wasn't in the room. It was called the writer's room. I wasn't in the writer's room with them, but basically I did all the research for season 1 and for season 2.
Oh, okay, nice.
So you can see my credits right there.
Yeah, I remember.
I've seen it.
I seen it. You posted on. I think it was on IG or
I finally got my television credits, which I would say has been very, very challenging. I mean, first of all, this industry is challenging, period, for anyone that, is trying to, break into that industry. But, of course, Paragon and everyone else knows very well, it's not easy for anyone of color. It's not going to be easy for, a woman of color, so getting those credits at this point in my career, was a really big accomplishment for me.
Oh, nice. Hey, well, we're glad to see you doing it. You're still doing your thing.
Thank you.
On all levels. I'm definitely proud to say when I see you up there like that. I love seeing my people, getting it. You know what I mean? So to be like, yeah, I remember, when we used to, I love seeing that. You know what I mean? So.
It's always cool getting love from people that know your roots, right? Because sometimes you're meeting so many new people along the way and networking with people that it's kind of like, well, how do I explain who I am in like 20 seconds or less? You know what I mean? Kind of like have homies from around the way that still, that know you, and same for you, and seeing your podcast and like your dope ass studio right now and your crew.
Thank you. Thank you. But right now we're about to a little bit go into the mix with Rock Phenom right now. But is anybody want to give a shout out to?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure, my mom.
Okay.
Shout out, Mom Dukes.
Shout out to my mom, for sure, of course. She's been like my number one supporter, because obviously this career has had a lot of economic difficulties as well and challenges. So she's been there to help me out, along the way.
When you say that, now I got to shout out my mom. It was her birthday on Monday. So, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Like right now I have a lot of people like reaching out to me, since, post-Selena credits that are trying to like, give a lending hand to kind of help me to the next level even after my credit. So shout outs to all those who are not crabs in my bucket.
Nice, exactly, yeah.
Shout out to shout out to everyone that gives a helping hand. And to all you crabs out there, all you haters, to anyone who thinks that they know who I am, you don't know fucking shit. That's all I have to say.
Hey, fucking shit.
That's right. Shit. Hey, I'm glad you still G with it like that. You know what I mean? You still hold it down like that.
Drop the bomb.
To all the haters, keep hating.
Yes, woman who's trying to feed herself.
Hey, you know what we do with all that hate? We use it as fuel to make us go forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And then we look back and point our fingers at them going, nah. And
I'll just say, where can people find you at?
So I'm on my IG a lot at No Red Tape.
Nice.
And that's about it. Keep it simple.
All right, cool. You don't have a MySpace though?
MySpace.
Like 50 years ago.
We were talking about that last week.
COVID fuck.
We had a video. We had video footage from the Divine Feline that was over there, like on MacArthur Park, and at the time when they filmed it, they were kind of like doing like a interview, and when he was with Stone Age Mag with him and KO, and then they were everybody was shouting out their MySpace on the beginning.
Give me a MySpace.
Catch me at MySpace.
Catch me at Moco Space. You guys remember Moco Space?
Yeah, Moco Space.
So I had a Moco Space.
What is that?
Facebook too, but I'm hardly active on there. But just Xaris Delgadillo, and on IG and No Red Tape.
Yeah. And I just like to say thank you.
I think there's no red tape and the wrong thing came up, so I just want you to know that.
Okay. You're looking in the wrong website. Get out of that website. I already told you.
All right. Sorry.
That's only when you're here alone.
Even then, not even then.
Gay bondage porn.
No Red Tape.
I'm kind of looking at gay bondage porn. That's
relax.
why.
Come
on. Y'all too much.
Sorry. Hey, I'm not
What are
being
you
real.
searching for?
What did I say?
I don't know where you go. Hey,
Where is this?
I don't know where. I don't know what rabbit hole.
I'm a happily married man, so I'm good. Like
He But thank you
Thank
once
you for
again
coming
for being
through.
our special guest. We appreciate it. It was an honor having you on our show,
Yeah.
and we wish you nothing but greatness in your future.
Thank you. Likewise.
And if you want later on, when we start opening up again, when things start calming down, maybe we can get you in the studio sometime. You get to
Yeah.
yeah, cause
But only if you take a fat dab.
Hey.
nah, you don't gotta take a dab.
A fat dab.
Do you do? I don't know. Do you dab? You don't have to take
Smoke
a dab
wax.
if you don't want it. Wax.
Off the Puffco.
I mean, I usually just stick to trees, but
Yeah. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them bully
Nah,
you.
you
ain't
don't
gotta do
have,
what
you
want.
don't have to. It's
Packy's
okay.
always trying
Yeah.
to bully you.
It's okay.
but whatever.
He's the one that tells me, "Oh, I'm gonna pack you a fat one." I know you've been gone a few months. He still gives me the big old fat one right there, so you know what I mean.
I had to welcome you
All
back
right.
properly.
I
You guys
know.
are
All right, then.
nuts.
Well, thanks for coming.
Rock
through.
for numb.
Rock for numb.
Yo.
Do you have something that'll make my loins go?
Pause, but hopefully.
Can you make my libido go crazy, please?
I'll try my best.
That's all I want to hear, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Rock for numb.
Alright.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace, peace.
I gotta go take a piss.
How much do you love me?
I love you infinity.
That's not enough.
Infinity is the biggest number there is.
Well, it's not.
You tell me one bigger.
Infinity plus 2.
I love you infinity plus 2.
Oh, Billy, you're so stupid. You should have said I love you infinity plus infinity.
Stay a while longer, sweet tongue of fur and feather that is a white breast. Waiting for you here between the superheroes and the electric blanket is warm. That could be sweet. That could be
dropping out, and I've been hanging out with my high friends, and we too stoned to pay attention. I mean, really, it's same me, it's old me, you know, same shit. I've been on the low key grinding, on the low key shining, trying to keep to myself, but you bring me out the character every time again. Damn Gina, them jeans, they must be uptight, mama. You need some get right, mama. Go Gina, go get that get right, mama. Go Gina, go till you get right, mama.
topic broken down into pieces. I introduce, then produce words so profuse. It's abuse how I juice up this beat like I'm Deuce. Two people both equal like I'm Gemini. Rather Simeon. If I Jimmy on this lock, I can pop it. You can't stop it, drop it. Your whole crew microscopic like particles while I make international articles. And on the cover, don't discuss the baby mother business. I've been in this dirt up, you can't tell me I witnessed first-handed. I'm candid, you can't stand it. Respect demanded and get flown around the planet. Rock hard like granite or steel, people feel. Lauren Hill from Newark to Israel, and this is real. So I keep making the street ballads while you looking for dressing to go with your tough salad. You can get the money, get the power. Keep your eyes on. Keep your eyes on. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on. The final hour. About to change the focus from the riches to the brokest. I wrote the most opus to reverse the hypnosis. Whoever closest to the line, gon' win it. Perform on the ball while I can.
My sister, look out. Here comes the big gabber. And he's badder than the Mad Hatter. Selling dreams climbing Jacob's ladder. Your life he'll shatter, cause it don't matter to him. He's out to get some trim. Can't let him in or you'll get done in. So stop, don't let him run up on ya, cause all he wants to do is bone ya. He's gaming on ya. Oh yeah, he's gaming on ya, girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't you see, he's gaming on ya.
Get it together. No time for sleep, keep running. Get it together. Plan for rest when death comes.
Get it together. Get it together.
I stay hustling more than Russell. I'm juggling swords. A huge to-do list, more excuses than students. Canines eating assignments in traffic, weaving and dodging. I rush, leaving behind in the dust, heaving and coughing. I make my to-do list. Calisthenics, see the balance record. Subtract my overdue balances from my check slip. Challenge depression, don't leave my talents neglected. Spread thin and it's making my head spin. My calendar's hectic. I'm saying we don't play. Pencil you in and shed it like dead skin if you flaky. Never punctual except when spitting. It's because the flow hitting like Art Blakey. Marching my own drummer and making time stand still. You chasing the road runner. Get hit with an anvil. Keep it moving, never stopping, and you better believe. Invincible finale diary, keeping tricks up our sleeve. Sleep is an option, just remember to breathe.
Get it together, no time for sleep. Keep running, get it together. Playing for press with death call. Get it together. Get it together.
If you ever get close to a human and human behavior, be ready to get confused. And me and my head after, there's definitely no logic to human behavior, but yet so irresistible. And me and my fear can, and there is no more uncertainty. Terribly moody. A human behavior, then all of a sudden turn happy. What you think, what you feel now, what you know to be real. What you think, I think I love you. What you feel now, I'm gonna need you. What you know to be real.
Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that.
We suffer every day. What is it for? These crowns of illusion are fooling us all. And now I am weary and I feel like I do. It's only you who can tell me apart. And it's only you who can turn my wooden heart.
Rock Phenom on another smooth, funky mix right there. Man, I love.
He was smooth fucking the mix.
Hey, it's so dope being back in here and getting to hear your mixes like live.
I like to say,
not just over the computer.
Oh.
Like it's really dope to be here, like experiencing it. The speakers bumping in my ear and everything. Hey man, yeah, it's like crazy because it's like all the shit you missed when you're not around. Like you really appreciate it now. Like being dabbed out. Like I'm dabbed the fuck out. And I'll still probably
Dusty!
go another one later.
I miss you,
Shots
man.
out, Dusty. Shots
what
out,
up, Dusty?
Dusty!
Dusty smoking a joint to this mix. Hey, Rock Phenom.
Yeah.
My loins are satisfied. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and pause.
So yeah.
Jesus.
It's time
Before that, I want to give a happy birthday shout out. Shout out to Sean Price. Happy birthday and rest in peace, Sean Price.
The Barbarian.
You know what I mean? Doing this thing. Also, shouts out to Domino, the Ghetto Jam.
Who the fuck is that dude?
You don't remember Domino?
Jam is about
Damn,
that's how he looks without glasses.
Yeah. The Ghetto Jam and Sweet Potato Pie.
You always had the
I don't know, maybe if I heard this song.
That's that classic West Coast. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, Long Beach right there. You probably know Ghetto Jam. I'm sure you at least know that.
Probably.
If you heard it. We'll have to bump it on the way back and stuff.
I'm your puppet.
He also started out as Genuine Draft when he was on Bangin' on Wax.
Really?
So if anybody remembers Bangin' on Wax, shouts out. Sometimes Spirit Warrior tunes in. So you know what I mean. Miss C-Note from Bangin' on Wax. So yeah, definitely. That was a classic right there. But now it's time.
There he goes again.
There he goes again.
That's right.
Being
there
a sensitive hoe.
I ain't sensitive. I'm just
look at them titties.
calling stuff out.
Damn, all I see is Beyonce's titties.
Man, see, I'm about to go congratulate this woman for there he goes again, y'all.
I'm congratulating her for her titties.
I mean, you know, hey.
You don't like titties? you don't like titties?
I'm not saying that.
Hey, George Molina said, "Hey, Packy."
What up, my boy Adam? How you doing, brother?
Damn.
But
Hey,
shouts out.
Adam can appreciate those giant titties. Sorry, go.
I could too, but beyond that, so you don't mess me up. No, I'm gonna say the Grammys this year actually made some actually record-breaking history for women, and it being Women's History Month. I'm going to point out those accomplishments right there. So Beyonce now holds the most Grammy wins of a female artist at 28 Grammys.
What?
So
That's dope.
Beyonce now, Queen Bee, definitely is queen of them G's, definitely. So you know what I mean.
Look, even J Wolfie said titties for the win. All right, whatever.
Titties for the win. See?
Hey,
titties
for the win. Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Back to you, TJ.
I'm gonna make a shirt that says titties for the win now.
Also, Megan Thee Stallion was the first female hip hop act to win Best New Artist since Lauryn Hill.
Wap.
So I didn't know that.
You know what that means? She's gonna have 40 kids now.
With the wap.
All right, now for me to rant about something. I might even actually kind of get, you might actually appreciate this one, Packy. I'm about to talk about cancel culture.
Cancel culture, you sensitive
I mean, you look at it right there, you know what I mean? The Land Lakes, you have the Native American woman, now she's not there anymore, it's farmer owned. And
I'm offended by that.
Man,
she was getting her own shine. She was Native American, giving hope to a lot of Native Americans.
I think the original model was actually a white lady.
Right? I don't know. I mean, I don't follow.
They should have got.
that was Blue Bonnet.
Now, all I'm saying is they should have got an authentic Indian lady. They should have gone to like Kansas to the reserve. Got one of the
indigenous,
like any one of them. Like, hey, what's your name? My name's Chuck. All right, come on, you're gonna get on the cover of this. I mean, like, and then pay them royalties.
My thing is, and I don't know. I've heard that they aren't really Native American owned, but I noticed that the meme says they got rid of the native and kept the land. How American. Then I look at this other one here where it said Speedy Gonzalez was banned by Cartoon Network for being an offensive stereotype, only to be returned after a mass protest the Hispanic American community. by the Hispanic Americans.
You
I don't
know-
know if that's real.
You know why? Because it was an authentic depiction of how Mexicans are.
I mean, I don't know, but
We are fast fucking workers.
I mean, at
What
some
about his
point,
brother?
We work for
Slow-
cheese.
Who's that Slowpoke?
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Rodriguez?
I
That's the stereotype right there. That's,
I mean,
that,
you
that's
know,
the.
yeah, but you know what? This is the
Or-
thing. I mean, they both could be. But I mean, at some point, I think there's bigger issues going on than Speedy Gonzalez, or like last week you were talking about your boy Pepe Le Pew. You know what I mean?
My idol. I love that fool.
I think sometimes the fact that we
He was
actually
persistent.
start making this whole cancel culture
Not rapey at all.
is well, you know what I mean, is basically
speaking of
giving
rape-
it more throwing more fuel to the fire, because now all those people like say like Packy, he's a perv, so he backs up Pepe
Yes,
Le
I
Pew.
am.
You know what I mean? Even though I wouldn't say Pepe Le Pew was rapey at all. Maybe
He was a
sexual
fucking
harassment.
Hey, speaking of
He was definitely a sexual harassment.
He kissed the same girl for 20 years.
Yeah. He
You
was
know-
loyal.
You know what I mean? But that's Packy's boy. I mean, are we really?
Hey,
worried
B-side.
about
Pepe
this?
was not. Pepe Le Pew was not rapey. Okay. He was just
My thing is
very friendly.
Well, you know what I mean.
French people are very friendly.
My thing is like, I mean, I think we should be more, concerned about and protesting for people's lives when people get killed by the police. We should be seeing about now
Yep.
that Biden's in office. What's he doing about these kids in the camp? I think we should
Focus
be
your
caring
energy on something bigger than this.
than a cartoon.
Fucking cartoon.
I don't get offended by
yeah.
comedy,
You're right,
cartoon,
you're right.
and honestly, if something did
Freedom.
offend me, I just wouldn't tune in. Rather than I think you try to
Exactly.
throw more fuel to
Freedom.
the fame when you actually do try to put on. It's like Tekashi 6ix9ine, because people talk so much shit about him and hate on him. He only gets bigger.
Yeah.
If people just stop
and bigger.
fucking with him, that would be it. He just fade away. But that's not what people are doing. They're spending so much time hating on it that he's actually coming up off it.
Hey Jay,
So-
Jay, is when you say hashtag natural triple D's, are you telling us what you got? Is that what's going on? Like, I just want to confirm.
Was it triple
for the
D? I
audience.
read double D.
I want to confirm for the audience. Like, what are we looking at?
And at some
All right.
point, is it kind of even hurting us more than it's helping us? You know what I mean? And who's really? And it's funny because Rudy Bravo actually.
Fuck that piece of shit.
You're making him bigger.
No, but actually, I kind of.
Hey, fuck Rudy Bravo. It's all about Rudy,
I'm
Rudy
actually
Alpha.
I'm gonna talk about.
It's all about grabbing, bitch.
I agree with him on this level.
Hey, man.
He made a
You
point.
believe the world is a dinosaur?
He said, "This is
pyramids.
this is just the government making fun of us. It's not real." And it's like sometimes I wonder how much of this shit was really started by the government just to get us all riled up by shit. That where we should be more concerned over here, but we're not. We're concerned about dumb shit like this, about the land, like Mr. Potato Head. We're concerned, you know what I mean, about shit that we got people dying. We got people locked in cages. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So it's like I can see him where his point is made very clear about that. You know what I mean? That's how they keep
Rudy,
us informed.
Rudy.
And the funniest
Hold on,
funniest thing is.
Jay Woo said that finally I am able to join in on the chat. I have been busy with applying for a paid internship, going to school, and working at GameStop. My IG picture speaks for themselves. Ha 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 ha.
Nah, but we can't tell the size from the pictures. They don't tell us the size.
I think they're like triple D's maybe.
Triple D's?
Yeah.
All right. Just confirm.
So you know what I mean? I think that's the whole point. I think you know what I mean. We kind of get caught up on shit, and it takes us steers us away from what we should be concerned about.
It was about titties.
So there we go. That's my segment. There he goes again. Where I'm ranting.
There he goes.
Wait, you only have
again.
one story?
Yeah, well I did the Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
true.
The Beyonce titty story, remember?
Oh yeah.
More
y'all put in every one of them.
All I gotta say, I think that all titties matter, whether they're
All
big or small,
all titties.
or
Yo.
in between, or saggy. You
Or
know, as long as
saggy.
you get a nice little
Take some
mouthful.
big stings.
Boom.
One
let's-
big one,
let's
one
go
small
titties.
one.
I'll lick nipples.
Yes, sir.
I'll take hairy ones.
B-side said, "Oh God, don't listen to Rudy." I'm
Yes,
like,
that's right. Don't
Usually
listen to
I
Rudy.
don't. Normally I don't, but this time, you know what I'm saying.
Nipples big and small.
He did make a good point.
I'll take the National
And,
Geographic
Jay
ones.
Wolby says, "There he goes again." Yep, that's me. I'm gonna go there. You got Packy over here.
Man
B-side said,
boobs
bad
count
boobs.
too. B-side.
That's
Hey,
Packy.
B-side. man boobs count too. Okay, all boobs matter.
No, man, boobs are they got hair between the tits. That's
Hey,
not
Jay,
good.
Jay Woodward came with a new
It tickles
hashtag.
my balls.
Nah.
Jay Woodward came with a new hashtag. Titties for the win.
It tickles my balls when I
start
titty fuck
hashtagging
'em.
that shit.
When you have that chest hair, oh come on. Are we in Packy segment yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't
Oh,
show
no.
this though. This video. So some dude, I guess, got caught cheating,
Oh shit.
and they're like in the third, fourth, fifth floor or something, and to escape getting his ass kicked.
I like everybody's cheering for the cheater. Like, yo! And why can't we show this? Does he die?
Oh no, I thought it was naked. My bad. I'm high, bro. I'm high. But
Play it for the
This video is
crowd.
wild,
Wanna
yo.
play it for the crowd?
This is a good one.
As long as he doesn't die, we're good.
No, we'll just take it back a little bit. Where there's just couples fighting,
Yo!
and the dude.
This has to be
That
fake.
was cheating.
You can't show it though. What happened?
That's from Brazil.
Everybody's like, yo! Get that dick out of here!
Hey yo, he's my new hero! Yeah! That's like a superhero and shit coming in, and everybody getting happy. I saw him! I saw him!
What does he want?
Now he's gonna swing to the balcony right there.
What's he waiting for?
I don't know.
What is he saying? Come with me!
Even the fire department helped the cheater.
Hey, for real, I love how he said that. How Dre said that motherfucker got fucking cheered on by everybody and shit.
The cheater got cheered on. Like, yo, my marriage is falling apart. And y'all are cheering me on. Yo, go fuck.
No, I think that was the guy. The girl was the one cheating.
I know that's what
He was the other guy.
But I'm saying I'm the guy up on top, and I'm like, yo, you guys are just cheating for this bitch. Just what the fuck? I started pissing off the balcony. I'd piss on that dude. I think it's fake, anyways.
What about the one I showed you with the officer? Can we show that?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, but there was a protest and check it out,
fuck
Paragon. Check it out, Rockford. Somebody, an officer gets hit with a fucking computer.
Oh! That looks like one of the old school computers too. Like
Yep.
Windows 98 shit.
Through that. That's pretty heavy.
I think it was a tweaker.
Right.
A tweaker would have the.
Had to be the crackhead.
Had to be the tweaker or a cracker. Look at that shit.
Damn.
Motherfucker launched it, dog. Shit.
Unscante.
Unscante, Holmes. You guys heard about the explosion in Oxnard?
I seen something about that. I heard
Check it
about that.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. What happened? Oh yeah, another one of those
Firecracker factories, I think.
Illegal firecracker cell.
Had to be the crackhead.
The firecracker.
It was a crackhead who threw his crack pipe on top of some fireworks and shit.
Yo, 2 people died.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, this fool got caught slipping. Oh,
Yeah,
that one?
Yeah, you can't show this one.
No, I obviously.
Check this out.
What is this? Oh, what happened?
They got struck
They,
by lightning.
they got struck by lightning.
All of them?
Yep, they were all standing under one tree, and that shit just hit them all, and all three of them fall right away, and the other one just like a cartoon.
It's because they were under the tree because it's raining.
Uh-huh.
And then the tree attracts fucking lightning, so it killed all of them. They probably had phones and rings.
Yep. Something matter on them.
All of them got killed?
All of them got killed. All of them dead.
No.
Yeah.
Instant.
They did.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
You guys heard about this?
Instant.
This was in Ecuador. Watch this.
What the fuck is that?
It was at a school.
Oh! What happened? How many of them fell?
It was like 6 of them that died.
In a school?
That shit just gave out and a bunch of them fell.
Oh my god.
One was dangling and they saved her life,
What
bro.
the fuck?
They saved her life. They fucking yanked her back
Bro, why would you
inside.
show kids dying?
You know,
Damn.
it's like it's just it's fucked up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, check this out.
That's terrible.
But see,
Wow.
the point is that there's schools out there and shit that they don't give a fuck about the safety, and a lot of that shit, you know, it's
To
faulty
talk about
shit. It's
the
faulty
issue.
shit, and they don't care. And that shit is what happens.
It ain't just that, it's probably funding too. Like, you know, they don't really have much funding when it comes to, you know, infrastructure.
But you know, there's a lot of places that are just corrupt, and they have the money for the funding, but you know, they rather fucking use it for corruption and instead of fucking making great infrastructures that would withstand shit like that. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Is it? Was it?
It's fucked up.
All right, let me see. Can't show this one. Be careful, kids. When you this is why I don't like motorcycles.
Ow. Damn, that is a fucking...
Do you think he is alive or dead?
Oh man, that looked very gruesome. He's still.
Yeah, and the last one. This is on a funny note. This is in France, and it's at an award show, and some French actress decided to protest on the fact that she's urging the country to open up the country more.
But her vagina?
But this is her protest. She came dressed like a fucking donkey.
Can you play this or?
No, we can't show this. Cause after she takes out that donkey outfit, cause she's dressed in a dress that's covered in blood and strips naked. That's her protest. And she has a bush. She has a 70s bush, or no, more like an 80s bush. Hey, do you think she's hot?
Remove that lady.
I mean, she gives me a Men in Black alien vibes, but I hit it.
She's 59 years old.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Best protest ever.
Protest for what? Like
For the country to open up the country more, because they're saying that
Open up the country, or I'll open up my vagina.
both of them. Oh, that's
wow.
true. You open the country, I'm gonna open my vagina. But see, there's a lot of people that are, you know, just like in fucking Texas and a lot of places, they want the country already open, even though COVID was surging and shit like that. There's a lot of places being hit because there's of the quarantine, but people are dumb and they want to risk opening up when they shouldn't. But that was our protest because the country is still in quarantine. I'm gonna get naked.
Hey, fuck it. Hey, there was people who did crazy shit like that, especially back in the 60s, got naked. Well, look at Erykah Badu. She did that video like that where she stripped down and she was walking down.
It was tastefully naked.
Yeah.
And it was where and then she collapsed where Kennedy was assassinated.
This was my segment.
Yes, it was.
What the
Did
fuck?
she have a bunch of kids too?
Hey, by the way, I would like to make an announcement though.
What is it?
Shirts are coming. Shirts are being made. What the fuck package shirts are being made.
Oh, nice.
And I have a brand new Twitter account. It's called What the Fuck Packy. WTFPACKY. And videos that we cannot show on here on the podcast, because if I do, we'll get a 90-day suspension and I'll fuck it up for everybody, and then I'll be banned.
Yep.
So any videos that you guys want to see that we can't show, go to Twitter, What the fuck, Packy? WTF PACKY.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
That's
Packy?
what's up. What the fuck, Packy?
Jay Wooby, you got it.
What the fuck, Packy?
And then there's B-Man shirts being made too. So I like these shirts are gonna be a collaboration with my boy Rockham.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he just recently started making his own shirts. Him and his girl starting this shirt making business.
Oh, okay. This is up.
So I figured, you know what? I hit him up. He's working on a design. I can't really show it right now because it's still in progress, but it's coming out pretty dope. It's the WTF and a dope graph, and then the bottom it's a dope tag, and it says Packy.
Okay, cool.
You know, but it's gonna have his Rock'em logo on the back, and it's sick, bro. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait till you guys see it once it's done.
All right, that's what's up.
Any male thongs? Yes, that's coming soon, bro. I have one specifically for you and extra small because you're tiny.
The banana.
B-side, I have it extra small because you're a tiny man. You're a tiny person.
We got the banana for you, bro.
Woo! Any thongs coming
Banana.
soon? Will we? Yes, thongs are coming soon. B-man thongs. My girl said no, but I said I'm still doing it.
Now I gotta do something.
Do girls even really wear thongs? No, that's why.
My girl, she don't care.
My girl doesn't wear thongs for sure, but I mean that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like if we made like whatever thongs like are they really gonna sell? I think underwears would sell better.
Underwear, boxers. Women look fucking hella fine in boxers, in men's boxers. I don't know something that just makes my dick hard and shit when I see my girl in my boxers. I'm like, oh, get over here.
Okay.
Get over here. My boner wants you.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
That's my loin speaking, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Packy.
But anyways, we got 3 minutes before we get the fuck
sounded
out of here.
Yeah.
Paragon, it was fucking awesome having you back once again.
It was awesome being back here.
I am glad you back because I hated that fucking shit when you're going through on your phone or your computer or your Obama phone that you still have. I don't know what the fuck.
You know, like I hated being, doing it from there. Not being able to be here, taking dabs with you guys.
Oh, bro, are you still high?
A little bit, but I'm ready to go for a second. If you know what I mean.
As a matter of fact, I have a dab ready to go right here for you.
Hey, maybe I could do it.
But before you do, because I want you to talk clearly, tell everybody where they can find you.
Marcos Paraganja, Facebook, Instagram. I also want to give a shout out.
Oh yeah. Shout them out.
To Wicked.Juices. Wicked Juices. On Instagram, they're Wicked.Juices. There's some bomb vegan juices, all natural, fruitly blended. So follow them on Instagram. They're going to be pushing these for $3 a bottle. So you know what I mean?
I think
Holla, support your local businesses, y'all.
That's too expensive. $3 a bottle. I don't know about that. I just play.
Packy, how much did you pay for your beer?
For my beer? This one was $2.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. This is a Red Stripe.
Red Stripe? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you probably are. Still, man, well, this is good for your body.
Nah, I'll pay the $3.
I say it as I'm also down in a beer myself.
I'll pay the $3. Rock for numb.
Yeah.
Wait for it to vibrate. Any shout outs?
What up? Shout outs to the family, my girl, my dog, everybody listening, all the dedicated followers.
And where can they find you?
SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Rock Villa, Rock Vietnam.
You should make a Spock for Numb account.
Oh yeah,
that'd be
that's
dope.
a good idea.
I am down to help
Spock
you
Vietnam.
post that shit. Dre Day, my captain, my footsie buddy.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Shout outs to everybody. Welcome back, Paragon. You better not fucking give us COVID.
Or else,
other than that,
the boot.
Glad
Get
you
the boot.
back.
Where can they find you at, my friend?
Here, fucking doing the fucking shows in Dashley every fucking weekend. It's crazy. We got fucking shit every weekend, all weekend. Super Audio shows back. It's the Dre and Baker show now. And we're just fucking bullshitting, having fun till it dies out. Hopefully Playtime will come back, and hopefully fucking Freestyle Friday will come back. Now that we're gonna start having guests. I'm hoping that we'll have everything back in motion by summer.
I am really looking forward for Unopen Mic, man.
I want to bring back Unopen Mic. I might do Video Game Olympics early, all that shit. Cause I want to get it in while I can, man. I miss it. We fucking didn't do shit. So yeah. So, but I'm not gonna rush it. I'm taking it easy. I'm being cautious. I don't want to fuck this up.
You don't want to prematurely ejaculate.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I do that anyways, but I don't want to fuck this up. Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna have guests in April. I'm excited to have people back in the studio so they can enjoy this place. Cause
Shit, yeah.
you know, even though I hate you people, this place needs to be enjoyed.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
And we hate you equally.
Yeah.
And some of y'all that been here, I know that had to do the Skype interview. We're gonna be hollering at y'all, try to get y'all back in here soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got some upgrades.
Yes, sir.
So definitely.
And me, you can find me, Packy Chan, you know, everywhere. Google me. You'll
Yeah.
find me. Thanks, everybody. Next week, we have the homegirl Sonji. She's going to be Skyping in all the way from the UK.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys
She's
tune in.
also my old school roommate.
That's dope.
We were roommates for a couple of years, so shouts out. You know what I mean?
That's dope. We're going to be talking about her art and her experience being under quarantine over there in the UK and everything. So make sure you guys tune in. All right?
Yeah.
We out
tune
this
in.
bitch.
Peace.
All right. Thanks.